Your immune system is not broken. It's likely been in survival mode since childhood, protecting you from emotional pain you never processed. I know that sounds wild, but stay with me. This will make sense super fast. I'm Nancy Ma, physical therapist and Autoimmune Freedom Coach. And for 20 years, I've worked with hundreds of women with chronic pain, autoimmune symptoms, and exhaustion that no doctor could explain. And what I've learned is this: your fatigue isn't a motivation problem. Your inflammation isn't just about diet. Your body is likely holding onto something much deeper. There are 4 quiet wounds from childhood that taught your nervous system it wasn't safe to relax, and they're likely still running the show today. Before we go there, I just want to be clear that this is not about blaming your parents or saying that you had a bad childhood. I had parents and have parents who loved me deeply, sacrificed everything for me, and I still carried these wounds until I learned to heal them. Because these wounds don't always come from what happened to you, they come from what maybe didn't happen, the letting go of them. The moments you needed to be seen but weren't, the feelings you had to swallow to keep the peace, the parts of you that had to hide just to be loved. Your parents did the best they could with what they had, but your nervous system learned very specific rules about what's safe and what's dangerous, and your body has been likely living by those rules ever since. So I want to share with you a story of what happened with me. Middle school graduation. I was graduating from grade 8, and my cousin had previously graduated with the top science award, top French immersion award, and top music award. So my parents had high hopes that I would have similar accolades, and considering I had a 95 average, the chances were pretty high, except there was a girl in my class named Nina Singh, very brilliant, very smart girl who won all the awards. And I got a little felt badge the size of my palm that said top student. I was proud of myself, but I noticed at dinner that my parents didn't say anything about my award. And when I asked them, I said, "Aren't you gonna say anything?" And my dad said the words that my nervous system hung on for decades. He said, "They only gave you that award because they felt sorry for you." And as much as I've healed from that, it still stings a little when I share that story. And it's not because my dad is mean. He's a very lovely and kind man and father. He was just protecting me in his way. And I did not know that at the time. And I believed for many decades that I am not good enough. If I win at anything or get anything good in life, it's only because someone somewhere along the way felt sorry for me. And this is just an example of a seemingly benign incident. It's not something traumatic. I didn't fall and break my leg. My dad didn't beat me. It was just a little but big moment in my nervous system. And if this resonates, I believe that this is going to really help you process and learn how you can also move through what you have experienced maybe in your childhood. So if you wake up tired, no matter how much you sleep, if your body feels heavy, inflamed, like it's working against you, or if you've tried every protocol, every supplement, every diet, even therapy, and nothing sticks? If yes, then one or more of these 4 wounds could be active in your body right now. So wound number 1 is emotional invisibility. When the adults around you didn't have the capacity to hold your feelings with you. Maybe mom was overwhelmed, or maybe dad was gone a lot, or if siblings needed more attention. You learned your emotions didn't matter as much. So you became the easy child, the helper, the one who never complained. And fast forward to today, your body is still trying to get your attention. She's exhausted, but you push through. She's in pain, but you take another pill or supplement. And if she's screaming, but you've spent 40 years learning not to listen to your body, it shows up as chronic fatigue and pain. Your body is literally trying to force you to stop doing what you're doing. Autoimmune flares happen when you ignore your needs. So feeling numb or disconnected from your body, if you were invisible as a child, you learn to make yourself invisible even to you. Wound number 2 is conditional worth. You were loved for what you did, not who you were. And while that is not true, that's likely the story that you believed. So if good grades, being helpful, making your parents proud, those got you attention. But when you were just being a messy, loud, adventurous, and emotional kid, silence from your parents or your environment. So your nervous system wired in this belief: I'm only valuable when I'm achieving, producing, fixing, or giving. So therefore, it doesn't allow you to rest without guilt, and you feel lazy if you're not being productive. Your worth is tied to your performance or your to-do list. It shows up as adrenal fatigue, running on cortisol for decades. Thyroid issues happen when your body is trying to slow you down and you didn't have a voice when you were a child. Weight that won't budge because your body is protecting you from burnout. Deep down, the message is, if I stop achieving, I stop being loved. So your body keeps you sick enough that you can't keep performing because that's the only way it can make you rest. I know this is heavy. It's important for us to go through these things so that you can see what you might not have wanted to see, that you might have avoided seeing. But when you know these, then we can heal and we can address these wounds together. I've created a free meditation that helps you connect with your childhood self, the one who maybe had to stay quiet or stay small or had to be strong too soon. It's very powerful. It'll help you give that child version of yourself, that little girl, it'll help you give her a voice, and it'll help her feel safe and supported. And it'll help you to release what your body has been secretly holding onto. So you can grab it in the description below. Okay, so wound number 3. The over-responsibility trap. So if you had to be the adult too early, like taking care of siblings, managing emotions, and keeping the peace, it felt good to be needed. You were safe because you were useful. When I was a kid, I was 5 years older than my brother, and he was in the hospital a lot because he had seizures, and my parents couldn't take time off work. So I had to miss school and stay at home and take care of him. So this definitely is something that I had to deal with. But here's the cost to being the responsible one. You might not have learned this, but it's safe to have needs of your own. You never learned the world can hold itself without you. You never learned that you deserve care too. So then now it shows up as tight shoulders or jaw and neck pain, literally carrying the weight of everyone on your shoulders. You could have digestive issues because your system can't digest when it's on duty. Your immune system burnout is protecting everyone but yourself. And the cruel irony is that the more you try to control everything, the more out of control your body feels, because control is a trauma response, and your body knows you were never meant to carry it all. Wound number 4. The good girl freeze up. You learned it wasn't safe to say no. Possibly, if this was you, you had to smile when you were uncomfortable. You had to say yes when you meant no. You had to shrink yourself to make others comfortable because your presence was too loud. And that's the freeze response. When you can't fight or run, your body shuts down to survive. And now it might show up as chronic pain that doctors can't explain, frozen emotions buried in your tissues. Brain fog shows up because you're not fully in your body, you're so much in your head. Autoimmune issues show up because your body attacks the false sense of you built to survive, but your body isn't betraying you. She's just been protecting that little girl who wasn't allowed to say no. But here's the truth. You are not her anymore, and your body needs to know that. There are 3 things I want you to remember. Number 1, this is not your fault. You didn't choose these wounds, and you didn't choose a nervous system stuck in 1987. You were just a child trying to survive. Your body is not broken. She's been speaking in the only language she knows. Symptoms: pain, fatigue, inflammation. All these symptoms are saying, please look at me, see me, don't abandon me, feel me, heal me. Number 3, this can change. Not through another diet or supplement, but by finally doing what you were never allowed to do. Feel your feelings, set your boundaries, believe you are worthy as you are. And 4, teach your nervous system it's safe now. And if you saw yourself in any of these wounds, you're not alone. As you could probably notice, I am getting emotional just by revisiting these wounds. And even though I have healed from them, they are very close to my heart because I know what it can do to a person when they don't learn how to address them. If you are ready to start healing, go to the link in the description description and book a free energy activation call with me and my team, and we'll map out what needs to heal first so your body can finally feel safe again. And if you're ever wondering, where do I even start? Watch the video on your screen now, why your body can't release trauma until it feels safe. Because the women who heal themselves break generational patterns and heal the next generations. I hope this served you, and I will see you in the next video.